And we're back with the truck I just cannot get away from, our F600 feed truck. You know from the last video. I've got the battery tester, the wire brushes here. We are getting a bad week reading. So I'm getting an alternator fault on this truck. We've been working on this truck a lot lately just to get it up and running and keep it running for this year. Now in the last video, we had a power issue with the truck that we were diagnosing, and we come to the conclusion that the alternator in the truck had gone out, the battery had died, and then froze and got ruined. We've since put a new battery in the truck, and we've been keeping it charged up, but now that it's warmer outside and things are winding down, we're going to take the alternator out of this truck and try to get some sort of part number off of it. At the part store, they could not look one up from their application, which is completely normal because this is a 68 and you run into that whole parts compatibility issue where the system's not entirely sure what motor was in the truck, what alternator went with that motor. This is an industrial application to make things even worse, so we're just going to take the alternator out so that we can order a new one based off of the part number there, or so that we can take it in and have it rebuilt. Next level. Alright, yes, we are out here on the family farm this beautiful spring morning. It has been so snowy as of late, but today it's wonderful. We using the Toyota Camry kind of as our little farm pickup here with all the tools inside. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and we'll check out what the alternator setup is like right now. So here's the alternator, not this one on top, but the one down below, which is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that it was gonna be up top here, but that's not the alternator. There'll be a bolt down below on the alternator and a couple bolts behind connecting it up to the electrical system. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the two bolts on the back on the electrical system. I will then take the two belts off, and then I will take the two loosened bolts that hold the alternator in place completely out. The alternator should lift free. We'll pull that sucker out. I'll show you guys it afterwards, and we will go from there trying to order parts for this truck. Okay, so I want to show you guys here on the handheld from below the alternator. These are the two wires that you're going to have to remove, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. Do that first. Then there's a bolt on top of the alternator that's a really long one that you'll want to ratchet all the way out. And then there's one retaining bolt down here as well, which I'm not even pointing to. It's right here. It's if you have an old truck like this, it probably is going to be super crusty and dirty, so bring a screwdriver so you can scrape all this off so you can actually get your socket wrench on. And yeah, it's a super easy removal, but it's way more accessible. At least this bottom bolt is way more accessible from below the truck, as you can see. And of course the top bolt you have to get from up top, but the wire is also from below. And then I'm actually going to just drop the alternator down through here instead of trying to snake it up through there. And just like that, a painstaking 10 or 15 minutes later, you should have her out. Now keep in mind that this top part here is wedged in a bracket, So you may have to get a screwdriver in there and kind of pry it down. I just let it fall out down onto the ground. There's nothing under the truck that it can hit, and the ground here is super soft. So I really actually would not recommend doing that. Here are the bolts that come out. So that's the long bolt from top. This is the bottom bracket bolt. We removed the 3 wires as well. And then this is a top bracket spacer. This actually sits in the alternator bracket like so. And then that bolt passes through both. So this is kind of what helps wedge that alternator in there. So now with the alternator off of the truck, I'm gonna clean it up. It is so dirty and so greasy. I'm probably just gonna take a power washer to it. I'm just gonna spray it down, clean it up real good, and we're gonna try to find the numbers to this. If we can't find a part number, I may do a little bit of research. I'm probably gonna look for an engine tag here, take a picture of that. Hopefully there's a part number on this. There should be. I'm dealing with a trencher right now. That's a Delco Remy alternator that has no part number, and not even the company knows what that one is. So hopefully this one has a part number. It should. I've replaced so many alternators lately. I have another alternator to replace on a second trencher, on a case trencher, that I don't know, maybe we'll do a video on that. Just a industrial Mercedes alternator, kind of cool. But with this out, I'm going to find a new alternator to put in. I might bring you guys along for that adventure here in the next video. If you like these F600 videos and you want to see more, you want to see more content on this truck, drop a comment below, smash like on this video, as well as hit the big red button below so that you're tuned in for future F600 videos or any video on any of my other vehicles and upcoming vehicles and videos. So subscribe to the channel, follow me on the Insta thing, link down below. Hope you guys are doing great, and I will catch you in the next video.